cold approaching, Tinder, any stuff that you've heard around the internet about approaching the girls, about talking to them, about getting a girlfriend, starts at the wrong point. It starts one step over the problem you have to face. You can't properly talk to women. You've clicked on this video, so we won't help on that, so not to bullshit on you. You gotta learn to talk to them, because at first you gotta learn to talk to people. That's the first problem that you might have, struggling to even start a conversation with a stranger. But second one, our world is conditioned in such a strange way that it's gotten so unusual to talk to a girl as a guy, like to approach a stranger. Like a lot of them is, at least that's what is in our minds, that they're gonna react in a bad way, that you're harassing them, that you're attacking them, that you're doing wrong. They have a girlfriend, they have a boyfriend, or maybe a girlfriend, like everything. And we're approaching on the next step, like how to cold approach, how to text them on Tinder. Like we have to start step back. How to even talk to them. Because about approaching, you've definitely heard the advice that you go and say what you have on mind, because when you start overthinking, it's going wrong. And of course, I agree with that. That's a good advice. And if you do overthink what to say to this girl at the gym, she's likely gonna finish the set and go home. Happened to me multiple times actually. But all of those advice doesn't approach the problem that you don't exactly know what to say. Well, you expect too much. That's the problem. You expect too much. You want this approach to 100% succeed and get you a girlfriend. That's why it's all a problem. Well, of course, it doesn't happen all the time. You've definitely found yourself trying, like, talking with a girl in a normal situation you didn't know earlier, and it's still being a normal conversation because you didn't make any expectations in your mind yet. That is the problem. You expect too much from your first approach, especially if you're at the start level. So you're watching these kinds of videos for help. So the help is practice. Well, this might sound strange, but I had a conversation with my friend at the gym, like casual normal training, met up, and he told me that he saw these two beautiful girls at the gym, and I immediately asked him, "Did you approach?" And he's like ashamed, like, "No, no, I didn't." Asking him why, I got the answer that he knew that he'd failed to get a girlfriend. Like, not directly, he didn't say it word by word, but the meaning was that he would expect them, one of them, to become his girlfriend, like on this approach. And the story I told him, and the story I want to tell you, is now for you to imagine. Close your eyes and imagine a very similar situation, maybe some more similar to what you had in experience. So you see a beautiful girl and you think you'd like to approach her, and she's really beautiful and she's really appealing for you. She's your perfect girl. You'd like her to be your girlfriend. It's like happening half a year from now. And you feel at the level that you are not able to speak to her because you don't know how to talk to women. And now you're back in this moment, set in two scenarios. One, the easier one, the obvious one. You do nothing special about it, and when this half a year passes, 6 months go by, you meet her in the bus at the gym, and you fail to approach. You fail to do anything. Second scenario is that for this 6 months, you've approached 20 girls. Just for a normal conversation. Not even to make her your girlfriend. Maybe not even to acknowledge her to your life. Maybe just to have a little talk. Because that's what lacking in your life. That's what lacking in lives of guys that struggle to talk to women. You don't even try to do so. On the same training, I've seen a pretty beautiful girl, very cute, And her hairstyle was amazing. It was like very fluffy and all over the place. It wasn't like calm hairstyle. I don't know how to call it in English. I would even fail to call it in Polish, my motherhood language, but it suited her very well. So I immediately went to her and said to her, "Hey, I just wanted to tell you that your hairstyle is amazing and it suits you very well." And she's all over smiling, and we even had a little small talk about how long she's been training at this gym and what was her today's workout. Like casual small talk, 30 seconds of talking, and then back to my training, and she back to hers. Nothing special came from it. But that's the issue. You expect to something special come out of every approach to a girl you didn't know earlier. While it is this essence of approaching that you don't need to get anything from that in the matter of connection. Because even if she laughs you off, even if she's mean, rude, even if she tells you I have a boyfriend immediately, the amount of courage you've gained from approaching her, the amount of this little of experience from this conversation you've managed to get, this feeling of satisfaction after that because you've managed to go over your fears, it all adds up and makes you a better person and makes you better at approaching women. Because it's not only gonna improve your ability to approach, it's gonna snowball on every other aspect of your life, likely, especially those related with social interactions. But the fact is that if you don't approach, you will be shit at approaching. That's a common truth about everything. If you don't play the guitar, you're gonna be shit at playing the guitar. If you don't study, you're gonna go shit in your school. That's a common sense. And yet people fail to do anything. They say that, no, I didn't approach, no, I don't want, no, I'm too afraid, because they expect too much. That's the problem. That's the step zero. Every tutorial, every course you've seen in the internet, maybe in the books, is on the step one. How to approach, what to say, maybe what to text on Tinder. While the problem is what to feel about the approach. How to approach in the matter of what you feel, in the matter of what you expect, in the matter of what you have here, because your mind is driving everything in your life. Same with here. And you need to get this set up, because I don't want to be understood that you should stop seeking for a girl in the matter of getting a girlfriend, but you're not at the level where you're capable of that. And to do so, you're not able to expect that every girl you talk to is gonna want to be your girlfriend. You're not at this level. And to get to this level, you just basically need to be able to keep up some basic conversations on today's matter. So the action step of today's video is to, next time you see a cute girl that you'd like to approach, you go and tell her she's cute. You go and tell her a basic compliment. You go and have a small talk for 15 seconds. And again, and again, and again, and again, and again. Adding up one little detail, while we, guys, are able to develop through some challenges, through some tasks, and through, you are able to resonate with guys. That's why this video is on approaching girls, because when you want to talk to a guy and befriend him, it's pretty easy. You're able to resonate pretty often. But with girls, it's a little bit different because they're built a little bit different, both in their mind. Something that really works, if you want these approaches of yours, not to only improve you, but also maybe improve your classmate, maybe your colleague, maybe girls in your community at the gym. If you want them to get better in any ways, their lives to be better, go and compliment them. That's the number one most working thing on them. Compliments. But don't go vague. Don't go don't Google good compliments for a girl. No. Think by yourself. If you notice something in her appearance, in her looks, maybe in her behavior that you'd like, go and tell her. That might be the entire conversation. You telling her, hey, I like your hair. And she's saying thanks. All. That's all. It took 4 seconds. And yet, the amount of fear you've overcome to do so, and the confidence you've built, and the ability to talk to girls you've built is gonna snowball for you not having the problem you have because you've clicked on this video. I hope it was helpful, and now go and make your way to a better future.